Hello and welcome to BIM-Edin Revit tutorials. This will be the first tutorial about window families, about the problems we face using them in projects and how to create a family that will behave in the project the way we want it to. This will also be the first test tutorial in which I promised I will directly explain the following steps. First of all, I must say that I completely agree with your comments on my previous tutorials, that my voice and explanations are missing in the videos. I hope now in this way it will be much easier to follow my videos, especially for those who are new in Revit and for those who have no experience working with this software. Now, if we return to the topic of today's tutorial, I would like to show you a few solutions that I came up while working and solving problems on several different projects in Revit. Some of you may recognize the picture with windows in the golden ratio that I have shared on the internet, on Facebook, LinkedIn, and so on. These are examples and window legends of windows I modeled before. There are various types of windows that I modeled for the needs of our company. Unfortunately, the window families we found on the internet could not answer the challenges in our projects, so I created families with the parameters we needed. We didn't have other choice at that time. In other words, one of the biggest problems we had with the families was that the changes to the families in the project were not coordinated with the changes to the families in the legends. It's always easier to explain something using examples, so I'll show you what it's all about using a villa project I did for one of our clients. By the way, I just want to tell you that on my channel you have a complete tutorial on how to model this villa in Revit, along with the link where are CAD files with drawings of this house. It makes following the tutorial much easier. Also, in the description and comments of this tutorial, I will share a link with a video on how to model this villa. Now that's all for the project of the house. We return to the window families. I found the window families that I used in this project in the Revit family library. It is an existing family library that came with software, with Revit. As an example, we will take this window or balcony door. I think this is the balcony door. And now we will make legends of this window and let's see what happens. We go to the annotations, as you can see, select the legend components, and we will draw 4 components. For those who do not know, we will make legends in this way. Go on the legend, make new legend. We will call it Windows test. And now we are going on annotation using legend components. We choose legend components. We now drawing 4 components. 1 for floor plan, 2 for views, and 1 for section. But first, now we must see what is the name of the balcony door that we choose as an example. That's the name. Okay. And we now going on the legend. Okay. And here is our balcony doors. Now we are going to use mesh tool, and with it we are going to draw sections. And then now, as you can see here, we have a threshold in the legends, and that is one of the problems we had with these families. This threshold is appear in the legends, but it doesn't appear in the project. Okay, this is our balcony door. Now we are going on 3D view, and here it is. As you can see, there is no threshold. Now we will isolate this window in order to see more clearly the difference between the appearance in the model and the legend. As you can see, there is no threshold, but in the legends it's appear, and that's the very big problem for us. Revit really gives great benefits, but sometimes it can make problems in a very simple things. That's why it's important to understand how Revit works. Here is front view, and here is back view. And now we are placing the views and sections. And now we will ignore the problem with the threshold and pay attention to the opening directions. You see, let's say this is the left opening, and now in this example the opening direction of the legends is the same as in the project. However, if we were to change the opening direction in the project in this way, but in the legends no change happens. And this is one of the biggest problems we have faced, especially in the construction of large projects in which there are many windows. Just imagine that you have to make changes to projects that have hundreds or even thousands of windows. And this is the reason why I would like to show you one of the ways to create very efficient window families that will answer all your requirements in the process of creating projects. We will make this series of tutorials together. You can send me questions and suggestions that I will answer in my future videos. I think that way together we will make much more productive tutorials. This will be a series of tutorials on window families. And now we will move on the window family, which we will make in the next tutorial. Now I would like to show you which parameters we will add to the window and how they work. So it will be much easier for you to follow the next tutorial of creating a window family. The window I will show you I designed for the needs of our company. It is single panel window. And just to mention that the point was to design a common system by which all windows will work. The difference is only in the number of panels and in the opening directions, which can be solved with simple formulas. In these examples here, you can see what am I talking about. The framing is the same. The rolling shutter and other elements are the same. Only difference is in the number of panels and in the opening directions. There are single panel windows, double panel windows, 3, 4, and many other examples. We are going to start with single. This is the double panel. This is one example, but different type of double panel window. And in this tutorial, we are going I would like to show you the single panel window that we will with which we will start our series of tutorials about window families. I will close Villa project file. And now the method we will use creating the window families. First, we will design the window frame with parameters that will be the same for other windows, for all our other windows. Of course, I will show you how to make nested parts of this family with all the parameters in the following tutorials. And here it is, our window frame. Let's see from let's isolate it to see it clearly. This window frame, as we said before, is going to be same for all other windows that we're going to create with parameters that's also going to be same for all other windows. Then we will create panel. The parameters will also be the same for them, and we are going to use them in other windows. The difference will be only in the number of panels that we are going to put into the frame. The next part that will be common to all windows is the rolling shutter. Of course, we need to enter the dimensions of the rolling shutter, and as you can see, this is a complex family. The reason for this is that one of our clients very often changed his decisions when it comes to the window types. That's why we came with the idea that it would be good if all changes could be made in the same family. The next parameter is the window threshold. Then comes the treat tray, drain grate, window sill. Which of those elements will be included depends on whether we need a window, a balcony door, or a French balcony door. By changing the values in the parameters, we can easily create the required type. Now we will turn on the drip tray and the drainage grate, but we will have to enter the depth for them to appear. Okay. Now you can see all the included parameters that show the parts of this window. Actually, this is a balcony door because that's the type I'd like to show you first. Oops, we have problem here. We have to move this door towards to the center of the wall to the thermal insulation. And that will be another parameter that I had to add, which is that we can move the window back and forth in relation to the axis of the wall. Now I'll show you how it works. We wrote that it should be 20 centimeters, and as you can see, the window moved to the exterior of the wall. Now we will change the value to the minus 20 centimeters because the thickness of the exterior layers is 20 centimeters. And that's it. The window is exactly where it needs to be. Another thing that this family should have to answer is the transition of the thermal insulation over the window frame. And for that we also have parameters that I will show you now. Before that, we will create a new type with a new name. To copy names, it is best to use the old simple method, copy paste, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. We just need to change the window, the height of this type in the text as well. It will be 100 centimeters. And just to repeat, this is a complex family that can be a balcony door, a window, or a door on a French balcony. I will show you all the types, and in the next tutorial I will show you how to create a family like this. If you watch this tutorial until the end, it will be much easier for you to follow the next one. We will now rename this type because of the height. Now he contained with the thermal insulation transition on the left and right side of the window. Let the transition be 5 centimeters each, and here, as you can see, the changes are visible. Now we will enter the value of the transition of the inner layer by 1 centimeters. Here you can change the material type of the elements of this family. And now let's go to the section. However, since these are balcony doors, we will need one balcony. And this is a family balcony that I made earlier for another project. Now let's see what happens here. Okay. Since these are balcony doors, there is no need for a window sill. We also don't need a drip tray. We'll leave only the drain grate. Now we will increase the depth of the threshold that breaks the thermal bridge to 20 centimeters. Here the thermal insulation passes over the drain grid, and we will fix that too. This parameter can be positive or negative. It depends on whether the insulation moves up or down. This drainage grate prevents water from the balcony from going inside the building. Okay. Now it's okay. It's we have one problem here. Here we will cut the floor into the wall. This is important to us for calculating the amount of material, especially for the large projects where we have a lot of balcony doors, hundreds or thousands balcony doors, and that affect our project in when calculating the materials. We can modify this part of the window frame. We have a small problem here, which we will immediately solve by editing the family. Okay, now we will go to 3D to see what our family looks like. Okay, now we are on the view. We are going to change this parameter here. The problem is in the panel. Okay, now we fix it. Okay, we go to the project presentation, and we should see, yes, it's good now. Okay, it is good now. Here is another section box to see what our balcony doors look like. Okay, we are turn on the section box. Here it is. This is the first type of this family, and that is how it looks like. Oh, we have problem here. The rolling shutter stayed out, and we will fix that too. That's not problem. We have parameter for that. Okay. Now our balcony doors are complete. We'll just go to the section to see if everything is fine there. We have to make transition of the thermal insulation here, and 5 centimeter is enough. Okay, and that should be all. Yes, just to show you the parameter of the framing in this part here. You can see we can change it up or down. All these parameters will be the same for all other Windows families, so they are easy to use. The difference is only in the number of panels, as I said before. The next tutorial will be about how to create a family of windows with these parameters. Now we will copy this window, and I will show you how to create a balcony door without rolling shutter. Also, we will copy the balcony. We have name here, which I prepared earlier. We will copy this name and create new type of balcony door without rolling shutter. Now we'll go on section, but first we will cut the floor layers in this part here. Okay, we finish it. Now we are going to the section, and here is now we will turn off the rolling shutter. Before that, we are going to change the height of the of the window, and all these parameters will be 0. That's it. This is new type of balcony door without rolling shutter. Now we will go to the 3D view, and with this section box I will show you how our new type looking like, and that's it. This is our new type with our rolling shutter. Now I will show you how to create a balcony door for French balcony. It's going to be new type. We will copy this window and here we will cut the floor. To the wall. Okay, that's it. And now we will go to the section. Here the floor layers are hidden. Now we will unhide them. Okay. We will need a railing in this part here because we have a French balcony. Okay, now we will create a new type with this name here. This is going to be a French balcony door with rolling shutter, and the difference going to be in I will show you. I will show when we go to the sections. Now we will create new type and we will change the height. Okay, now we are going to the section. First of all, we will create the rolling shutter. We will turn it on, and here we will write the dimensions of the rolling shutter. Okay. Now here we no longer need a drain grate, but we will need a drip tray. And this is the difference between balcony door and French balcony. Okay. And now the window drip tray must be at least 3 centimeters. Okay, now it's okay. All right, from 3D view, it's looking like this. Okay. Revit is great for these presentations. When you have a model, you can make very good presentations of the project. Now we will make a French balcony window without rolling shutters. We follow the same method. We copy the ones we have created and make a new one with a new name. Each window modification means a new type for which a separate legend must be created. And as you can see, the advantage of this family is that you can make many different types of windows in a very simple way. Now, perhaps it would be better to create separate families of balcony doors and windows, but I think that even in this way, the family does not take up too much space in the project file. Now we will make 2 more different types of windows. This first one will be a window with a rolling shutter. To create a new type with a new name, we use the Ctrl C and Ctrl V option, copy paste option. Now we will change the height of the parapet to 90 centimeters. In this case, we no longer need this threshold here. We will add a stolon to this part of the window. And yes, we have a parameter for the this part here. We can change it. Let's it be 3 centimeters. And we need to change the height of the window. What's left? Rolling shutter, yes. Rolling shutter. Turn on and change the dimensions. And here we have our window with rolling shutter. Single panel window with rolling shutter. We will see how it looks in 3D view. And that's it. Okay. And now we will make a window without a rolling shutter using the same method and as in the previous example. After this window, I'd like to show you how to make window legends with opening direction. With opening direction exactly the same as they are in the project. And now we will create our final window. We will duplicate. We are going to duplicate this one and create new type with a new name. This will to be window with without rolling shutter. We will change the height of the window and we are going to turn off the rolling shutter. Here the dimensions are going to be 0. And that's it. We are going on 3D view. It's section box. Yes. This is our final window. Now we will remember what problems we had with the legends of other window families that we downloaded from the internet. Now we will go to the Villa project because it's always easier to show an example than just talk, and it is much easier for you to follow. This is a type of double panel balcony door that I found in the existing Revit library. Now we'll create legends for this window as an example. Right click and create a new legend with the name Windows Test. After that we go to the annotation and select the legend component. Now we will find our balcony door. This is how you make sections, and as you can see in the project we do not have the threshold, but in the legends it is here. Here we have a bad coordination between models and legends. Changes that appear in the model do not appear in the legends. We will talk about the reasons why this happens in more detail in the following tutorials. In this video I can shortly tell you that the reason is that the legends show the family as it looks in the family file, and not as it looks in the project file. And that is the main principle we need to know in order to create the kind of family we need. Just one more thing, in the floor plan of the project, you can change the door opening directions in a very simple way. However, the changes we make in the model do not appear in the legends. As you can see, nothing has changed in the legends, and the reason for that is, as I mentioned, the legends show the families as they are in the family file, not as they are in the project. And now that we know how Revit works, it's easy for us to model families that will work the way we need them to. Just another example of the mismatch between the project and the legends. We'll take a single panel balcony door with right opening. Now we will find our single panel door. We will use the mesh tool to change views. Just to note that the mesh tool does not work for section, so we will add a new component for section. And here it is. We have new component for section. Using mesh tool, we will create the section of our family. As you can see, this family shows left opening, and it will stay as a left. Whatever changes we make in the project, I will show you. Now here is in the project we have right opening, and now it is left now, and that doesn't have anything with our changes we just made in the project. I will show you when we change it to the right opening. And now we are going on legends. You can see it will always be left with this family, with this example. You can see here. And that's it. Now we return to the presentation of our window. We will close the other windows and turn off the Villa project. This is the final window. Here we have 6 different types. By changing the values in the parameters in a very simple way, many more different types of windows and balcony doors can be made. We will use already existing legends. We will delete these and create legends for single panel windows. And let's go to the annotation and add as many legend components as we need. We will need 1 for floor plan, 2 for views, and 1 for section. It's 4 components. We create floor plan for our first type, and now with mesh tool we created sections. And this way you can create back view and front view. As you can see, for now it's a fixed panel, but please have patience. I will show you how to change direction of openings for all windows. Now we're going to create other types, other 5 types. This is a balcony door without rolling shutter, our second type. As I already said, with Match Tool you cannot change the section. You must add a new annotation component. Now we are copying. I'll try to speed up this part of tutorial to came to part where I will show you the directions, how to change directions of opening. These are French balcony doors with rolling shutter and without rolling shutter. Now we'll create French balcony door without rolling shutter with Match Tool. First we will modify the length of the wall in floor plan, and now with Match Tool we will make changes to the front and back view and create a section. As you can see, it's very easy to create legends with the family that's created properly, with coordination between project changes and legend changes. These are our window with rolling shutter and window without rolling shutter. Okay. And now I'm going to close the unnecessary windows, and I'm going to separate the screen in two. I'm going to open the 3D view and legends view. And here it is. It's our first type. With changing the values in this part here, every number is one type of opening direction. Changing it, you can change the opening direction into the family. As you can see, all changes are visible in the project, in the 3D view, and in the floor plans, and in the legends in the same time. In the next tutorial, maybe I will going to create one more opening direction. For example, this is for a window. For a balcony door, we are going to need opening on side of the left or right side on the family. Now we are going on a balcony door without rolling shutter. The method is same. I'm going on edit type. I'm going on edit type. Changing number is going to change the opening direction. The same is with French balcony door. I will try to create different type with different opening directions. As you know, every changing in opening direction means new legend, and when you create the schedule for factory that's going to create this, that's going to make to produce these windows, you must precisely give them a specification about these windows. We can make mistakes, especially if the project is very big. If you have many windows, hundreds or thousands type of windows. As an example, I would like to show you one more detail related to the opening direction in the floor plans. Here we have two arrows, which means that by the clicking on them we can change the direction of opening the window in several ways. However, in our family, the case is different. We have only one arrow, and clicking on it, the window will move to the other side, but with the same opening direction. This is a very important parameter if we want the families from the project to be compatible with the legends. As you can see in the legends, everything is okay. It's the same with other types of windows we created. Now we will repeat the parameters that this family has. The parameters we are going to create in the next tutorials when we start a series tutorials on how to create this kind of families in Revit. We are going to have parameter that move the window back and forth so that we could place the window on the outside edge of the masonry wall. That the thermal insulation goes left and right over the window. We are going to have the parameter like that. And the parameter with the transition of the inner finishing layer of the wall can be done. The parameter that the thermal insulation transition can be made from the upper and lower side of the window. The drippers, drain grates, seals, rolling shutters, and other elements can be turned on and off as needed by the designer. And to be able to modify the dimensions of these window profiles. I didn't show you that. Here we have the parameters for the profile dimensions. As you can see, the changes are not noticeable. Another important thing is that all these parameters can be created using share parameters, and this method can be used to create a window schedule with all the data about the window. That is the point of using Revit, to have all the project data in one single file. That would be it for this tutorial. That would be all for this tutorial. In the next tutorial we'll start making this family that I present to you. To repeat, the point is to create a system with the same parameters for all window families. The difference will be only in the number of panels and opening directions.